I am a mom of 4 boys, 2 of which are neurodiverse. So one has a diagnosis of ADHD inattentive, and one has a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. The label itself isn't important for the child, but in the education system, to get funding, it does become important, because either way, children do get labeled. Often it's negative, and children feel that themselves. They often feel that they're not at the same ability of their peers. Why we have the diagnosis is to ensure that that student can then get the correct supports in place to help them be the best learner that they can. As a parent, we can't always be at school with them. So we may not understand what is happening within the classroom, what challenges they may be facing, what behaviors they may be distributing. So often we'll hear parents say, well, my child doesn't behave that way at home, or how come nobody told me about this sooner? My role is to come in and I observe the child within the classroom. It's non-confrontational. Often they don't know I'm there. And what happens is I'm observing their behavior, because all behavior is communication. So we're looking at what are they trying to tell us. It's looking at the environment. It's understanding the pace of what's happening with the lesson. And it's also seeing how is the child able to regulate their emotions. Some children get quite fidgety, and that's okay. That's part of their style of learning. But I think when it starts to become disruptive, teachers do want to find ways to support the student. And as parents, it's really challenging when you get a phone call or you're at a parent interview and the teacher says, well, you know, your child's disruptive. What does that mean? So when I come in and do an observation, I can give specifics as to what that behavior looks like. And why that's helpful is because then they can take that information to either go and have further recommendations with pediatricians, speech pathologists, and occupational therapists to have further supports put in place. Also, the teachers can use the recommendations and strategies that I provide to best support the student within the learning environment. I love supporting students, teachers, and families. It's a really important thing to build relationship and connection with families and students and the learning environment. Every child deserves an education. Every child deserves to feel that they are learning to the best of their ability, and everyone's abilities are unique. I'm just there to help uncover all of their strengths and to support them move forward in their learning experience.